Books and Kev.
All right, we're getting into a conversation with the cast and crew, part of the crew, man, from Country Queen. And man, kama hojochi series, this is the first series ya Netflix ya Kenya. Hey,
very,
man,
very historical.
Quality, kila kitu. So, pali nataka kuanzia, tunaye Sheila kwa studio. Sheila Munyiva, karibu sana Morning Vibes.
Asante sana kwa mbo.
Barabara kabisa. Alafu tunaye Lungaho mwenyewe. Watu wa Kakamega ama ni Busia ama ni Marikoli. Unatoka area gani?
Eldoret.
Oya. Unajua wale wametembea. Wale wametembea. Lungaho si Mluya.
Yeah.
Aha. Wewe una Oriana?
Sijui.
Jesus of Nazareth.
Mi Maragoli bana ongea ngivo.
For real? Watu wanasalimiananga je na
Kibaragoli? I don't know but si Oriana.
Jesus of Nazareth.
Jana nilicheki tweet fulani wasema name one thing you know about Eldoret.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Hebu tuambie.
Oh, it's the home of champions.
Oh my God. We know that. We know that.
You asked what
tell us what we don't know.
Oh, something else?
Yeah. Okay.
It's 17 degrees Celsius.
Wewe wacha hizo zako. Utataka tuambie watu wa mesa hii temperature ni gani? Munyiva ningekuambia usalimie watu na nini na Kikamba.
Ungeniambia ni Makethia ndo mao Kamba Moyata. Good morning. Tuko hapa tunalipresent ya Chalowe. Asi.
Ukiwatch series ukisikia venye anasema Chalowe. By the way, I actually nilipause na nikasimama nikafanya.
Yo, that sounded so good, man.
That's how you call the name. See hapa kutuambia Chalo. Every single time she'd call this man Chalo. She'd be like Chalowe. I'm just like, and then anyway, we got Tosh, African director in studio. Karibu sana Tosh Gitonga.
Asanteni sana, asanteni.
So me first, I just want to put it out there. Kwa nini sikuwa kwa hii series kwa sababu naipenda sana. I love this series so much. Actually, no, I'm not in it, but that's a whole story for another day. Tosh, when you got the script for Country Queen, what did you think? And who wrote the script?
Wow. When I got the script, was because of my friend Kama, who's a showrunner. Me and Kama go way back from Nairobi Half-Life Times. And we are about supporting each other. So even my coming on board was by sort of chance, you know. We were chatting and I'm like, why are you not asking me to direct this thing for you? And he looked at me like, you can direct for me. But sina do bana. Nambia kama mimi na wewe since when did it become about money?
Yeah.
You know, we're in this thing together. And so that's how I got into directing. I've directed an episode.
Which episode?
Number 4. Yeah, which was mostly based in Nairobi. And also got to direct most of the Nairobi scenes for some of the other episodes.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's what was interesting for me is, you know, bringing Ushago in.
You know? And hapo sasa ndo umegonga ndipo. Wewe kama unatoka unajua kuongea Kikamba. This series is yours. Kwa sababu ile Kikamba nilisikia kikoroga paka nikasema, kwani mlienda class? Lungao, mlienda class ya Kikamba?
Mimi siongea Kikamba.
Hapo kwa show haukuwa unaongea lakini watu walifanya class.
Kulikuwa na class na walimu kadhaa kwa set. Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? I think I need a round of applause for that.
Class ya kufundisha kikao.
Yes, guys walikuwa na koroga kikao hapo. You know, usually when you see a script sometimes guys opt to speak Swahili. There'll be, you know, most of the characters are more Swahili based. And you know, it's good to see other cultures also making it mainstream. So I'm going to start with your character. When you got the script for this character, by the way, I'm in love with your character. You know what I'm talking about? Kwanza kuna scene alifanya. Hey guys. Wow. They're not you, the character.
No, it's okay. I don't even look like Max.
Yeah, not even. Max is a different individual. Yeah. But kuna scene mulifanya na nini, and you know, I know you're a great actor. I've seen you in many shows, but I'm sure this one challenged you in one way or the other.
Oh yeah, this absolutely challenged me. I got the script, and immediately I had fear. Immediately, like the moment I read the character bio, I was like, wait, ndaweza kweli? It took me about an hour to actually like put it together, like calm down enough to actually read the whole thing. Then start trying to find myself in the work in Max. What of Max do I have? What do I need to get?
And how do you prepare for a role? I know I ask actors this all the time, but you know, like for example, not to put you on the spot, but kuna hiyo scene ya swimming pool.
Oh yeah.
Una prepare for that? And you when did you shoot this? Because Nairobi is cold, eh?
And it was the scene you're talking about was a shot at 2 a.m.
Swimming pool, guys.
And the pool was not warmed.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was
Tuna is a luxury job.
yeah.
Tuna.
and that scene, funny enough, everyone who watches Country Queen who knows me or has my number pauses and calls,
Of course.
including my mother 7 times.
I was about to call you, bruv. Nile tu sina namba yako nilikuwa tu like, hi, you killed Max, bruv. You killed him.
So first off, Nini intimidates me. Crazy.
Yeah.
Because I had a crush on Nini since I was in class 7.
All of us.
Welcome to the club.
All of us had a crush on Nini. Yeah.
So in prep, first off, I had to look like Max. I don't look like Max, so I had to go to the gym a lot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So that was prep for looking like Max for that scene. Playing Max, me and Nini had to have a conversation for about an hour for me to just explain this is the kind of energy I'm bringing, you know, and this is how I see you. So allow me to not see you this way. Yeah. So that it can be at least natural.
How long did it take you to get in shape?
6 months, man.
6 months. Oh, that's good timing.
So you were prepping for 6 months for this role.
For that one scene.
Yeah.
So so that means your diet,
basically,
everything. Yeah. Interesting.
You were in your scene without, I don't know how much I'm supposed to divulge, but I won't say much. Watu wanunue Netflix yao walipie. You were caught in between 2 women.
Yes.
Right? And it almost seems like from what I'm seeing, and I know I can tell you, don't even need to tell me kutakuwa na season 2, and I want you to tell me when it will come out because I'm ready. You're caught in between 2 women. One who's I think confused, trying to find herself, and one who has found herself and is she the one that morphs you? You know, you're caught in between these 2. So is she the one that morphs you to become a bad guy? Because you seem like you're not a bad guy, but like you're a bad guy.
So okay, this is the first note I wrote down when I got the script. Is he's a victim of circumstance. He came from the ghetto. You've seen that scene, I assume. Then he became a boxer. He got into security. Akangukia Kuga. So what he's doing is trying to maintain the kind of lifestyle he has because he knows where he's from. But then, you know, just because you left your circumstance doesn't mean you stopped being who you are. So he's still attracted to who he is. And this other lady is exactly who he is. You know, he's still trying to figure out himself. He's still trying to find something to be excited about, you know. And that's where this other lady is. The one he's with is already done. Like, is already fully formed, knows the vision. There's nothing he can improve or add. And he wants a partner.
Na ilikuwa na kufrustrate the fact that una try ku you know, because usually a man, you know, in normal society, I don't know which society that is, but like wanasemanga mandems ndio ana lead, dem ana follow, but here in this series, in this Country Queen tradition, dem ndio ana lead, chalia kwa hapo nini. You can see uchali Max ana struggle na hii, anashinda kimwambia I want in. Do you think ukiangalia for forecasting, I've forgotten Vivian atapatia Max nafasi kweli?
Mukiniona nimerudi gym when you use swali. But that relationship, that dynamic informed my performance. That's why when Max alikuwa na Vivian, if you watch him immediately after that, he tries and goes to impose his masculinity on people because it's been robbed. So I made sure like the scenes just before he becomes a bully, just after, I mean, so that you can see that this frustration anaonesha watu, it's not that he's a bad person, but just been put down. So he's trying to prove to himself by bullying you. His manhood is
that's powerful. Do you think your character is an embodiment of many Kenyan men?
Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. Kenyan men mostly, to see it and be like, I would do that. I can't judge this guy because if you put me in his shoes, so it was really important for my performance to be authentic. For any Kenyan person to look at it and say, if that was me, if that was that guy, no, he would do the exact same thing.
I know many rugby guys were like that, bro. Gym guy got a girl who has a bit of money, nini, same story, typical.
And frustration in a shop, so unaenda kutoa energy yako pahali. Sheila Munyiva, absolutely love you. The first time I saw you was in ile movie yenye nani ule mse moral authority alisema itupe, but you really did a great job.
Thank you.
Then seeing you in this one, I absolutely love your character. Like nakulombo to.
Junior Medu.
Unajua mimi ninaona nika wewe uko na mind games. Niliwatch your role yako. First, how do you prepare to get in a role? Because wewe first, it's very difficult to differentiate you from the role. Like ukiingia umeingia kabisa.
And that's the thing that I like about myself. But hiyo yenye unasema mind games, mimi ndio nachezwa mind games, babe. Hebu check it fit. Mimi ndio nachezwa mind games.
Mimi I'm above it.
Yeah.
I can see your mind games from a mile away.
You can see through
I'm just like, bruv.
Season 2 kuja kwa nini? Kuja uingie kwa script.
Kabisa. Mimi nilikuona
tuandikie
mase. Nilikuona. But when you got this character and you know, audition ulifanya na Kikamba?
Actually, no. Auditions sikufanya na Kikamba. Auditions, I actually auditioned for the role of Akisa. So I don't remember reading lines for Anna, yes. But then when I got the role of Anna, because you asked me how I prepared, man, Anna ni daktari. So I was on YouTube watching doctors. How do they inject? Okay, the stethoscope, mse ucheckingi heartbeat wapi. Because I didn't want to be the fella on set. Anyone who is in hospital, a nurse or a doctor would watch and be like, Odema medu vitu sana. So for me, a lot of the prep I did was watching medical dramas and putting myself in that situation. And then I guess people love watching me in love, which is why now the chalo aspect comes in. And I think that's something that naturally, cause mina kwanga msewa mapenzi
sana. By the way, kama unataka kuona Sheila akifanya hizo mambos, alikuwa na lombo toviana. Please remind me the name of the guy. I really love him as an actor as well. Your boyfriend Chalo. No, his real name
Melvin Alusa,
guys.
Alusa.
If you haven't watched Alusa do his thing, I've seen him in different roles, and he's a bad man. In fact, I'm usually really worried interviewing him because I'm a fan. I'm a fan kabisa. Hapa kanisa angalia lungao hivi kwa macho niko tu sawa. One thing that really stood out for me with Country Queen, and I really love the name. Initially, I didn't like the name. Before I watched the series, I was like, Sasa Indio Nini, you know. And then when I watched it, I understood the name. You really show Kenya authentically. If there's a word, you know, authentically. What I mean by that, sale mulikuwa mna shoot kwanza zile scenes za ushago. Sikuwa na feel nika as in ni fake. Unajua sale umeshoot kitu alafu unasema nani ushago ishi wewe wachezo zako. Ilikuwa ina feel authentic. As a director, ukiangalia hizi films za Kenya na kuangalia conversation that we really have great actors, hands down on the continent I think we have the baddest, right? We are improving our production, getting more budgets. What do you see in the future? Kwa sababu nimeona ya Wakamba nimesema hey wacha nianze kuandika ya wakisia tingama ngana mange nimeona kuandika sana lete brumu
Hey, tuko na time. No, I was talking to Blessing just now outside. The future is bright. And it's you said something about improving. Yes, there's improvement every time you do something. But in our case, the improvement is not the issue here. The issue here is that we've been held back for so long. You know,
who's holding us back?
A lot of things. You know, one of them is us in the industry not coming as one. You know, kama wa Kenya tunapenda kublame government, is not doing this, but we've been unable to come together as one and fight for, you know, what we need. Like now Country Queen is being pirated.
What?
Yeah, tuseme tu kweli.
What was cooperate something?
That's why then. So you see, it's a ripple effect. So you pirate it, so the numbers for Netflix don't go up. So Netflix look at the numbers and like, we cannot spend money in this market because you guys are not, you know, at the end of the day it's business.
I saw one of these platforms, I don't know if it's DSTV or walikuwa wanataka telcos to sue the telcos to stop piracy, because I mean there's one thing of saying Kenyans don't pirate and then like there's an egg
now,
there,
that's
you're
a
telling
good,
me not to use the egg.
You see, that's a good example. So if we were strong as an industry, we're able to compel the government to come down hard, you know, hard on these guys, because it's like, it's a live, to me as a person in the industry, someone pirating is like you've killed you've killed one of my own because you're taking from me.
Yeah.
So the penalties should be so high.
Should be.
You know, we should be so strict that when someone thinks of pirating, wanatetemeka. But without a strong industry, so it's a lot of things that need to come together. Finally, piece by piece, people are starting to understand, you know, because it's always the actors who say, or the crew say, you producers don't pay us enough. And I'm like, how am I paying you enough? Yet I don't have enough, you know? Okay, if I don't do what I can do with the little I have, then what are we going to do? Sit and look at each other and wait for
excuse my ignorance. Is there an industry worldwide where there's no pirating? Maybe
pirating is there everywhere, but we're talking about
watch 1, 2, 3 movies.
Yeah, it's like it's like saying, is there a world where there are no thieves?
You know, but you can reduce it.
But it's terms of how you come down strong on something.
We should start with civil education first.
Yes,
because right now, like, there are people who think they're supporting me in rural areas by calling me and telling me, bless woman, can't you go flash na kusupport. They genuinely don't know.
Flash stick.
Na kucheki home.
Na kucheki mazee, nilikuwa na kwa kinyozi. I'm like, they genuinely don't know that this thing being pirated is taking away. Because to them, they're supporting me. They watch.
Because they're still paying that $50.
They're still working flash free.
So based on what I was saying, it's not in terms of improvement. We can make this movie. We can make this quality. We can. The actors are there. If in fact, if you ask me, Kenya is pretty talented across the continent. We can stand and say we can do this if our circumstances were the same.
Now, I think it was 2 weeks ago, was it last week, we were talking about also the music industry. You know, you're talking about so many creative industries where, and even business, unapata, for example, concerts. How many concerts zinafanywa? Kila mtu ni event organizer. Now just imagine kama tungekuja pamoja, tufanye mega concerts, right? So inakuanga, sisi kama Wakenya lazima tujiangalie, na tumesema kama Wakenya, ukiangalia kuna industry ya film. In different counties kuna hiyo Vision 23, na I'm sure kama hiyo conversation ya film haiko ndani. Niliona Talia anaitwa Mwav amepost what it takes to shoot kwa streets za Nairobi. Nikajiuliza gava,
that was just photography.
Hiyo ni photography.
Picha tu.
Picha una go through 10 steps, utwange hiyo photo, uende license, sijui urudie ofisi gani urudi. I mean, nyinyi wenye mna make these decisions, nyinyi ni creatives.
Manze.
In fact, funny thing, as much as that Dr. Mutu alikuwa anapigangwa, he really simplified a lot of things.
Is it?
Like that license being online. Before tulikuwa tunaendanga kwetuaje hii shule hapa South Sea, you had to go there. Mass communication school,
Kenya
Department of Film Services is there. You had to go physically there, pay. Sai at least Motua, he brought it into online. You know, you just go online and you pay for it online. You know, so there's so many things to be done. But we have to start with us.
I'm so grateful for the amazing talent. I've been here following the journey of film in Kenya. I've seen the growth. I've watched you blossom into this amazing actor. By the way, series kill it, man. I really love your character. She loves atutongea juu ya character yako. Nimekwambia next season na utatoka hapa tutasema I told you kwa sababu unajua venye imeisha, umedanganyana hapo. Sasa kutendaje next season?
Nilichochwa.
Sema tu next time ungekuja na anaitwaje ule dem mwingine, wewe mwenye alikuchota mdaku mwenyewe Zipora.
Mama Kanini.
Zipora is again a really awesome character. Niliona Shisha hapo ndani. I mean Shiks. There's so many amazing Kenyan actors and actresses. In fact, I shudder to think what it's going to look like in another 10 years. You know, we're going to Oscars coming this way. But before we do that, I want you each to give me one thing on the wish list that because as much aside from wishing, we've been talking about National Youth Policy Dialogue Forum, and we're telling young people that if you're not on the table implementing these policies, being on the table, discussing these policies. Na si ati ni kitu ati ni secret, tumeambiana watu juu ya CIDP, right? Kila county inakuanga na implementation development plan na inakuanga public information. So tukienda ya Nairobi, ya Machakos, ya Kisii, na tuangalie na tuone film hapa wajasema vitu za maana, tuna nafasi ya kuongeza hizi wish list kwa hiyo policy document na au magovernors au MCA wenye tunaamkia tunaraukia kwenda kupigia kura. Hizi ndio vitu tuna hold accountable. So I want to ask you, by then county gani mlishutia Kikamba? Ni huko nini Machakos?
Yeah, Machakos County.
Kumbe kuna kuanga na greenery. Thank you. If you could put one thing on the wish list for film in future, maybe actors, actresses welfare, maybe directors, maybe budgets, what's the one thing you'd want on that wish list?
Naanza na mimi? Very simple. Kuna do mob sana. Probably I think 10B that is collected from every flash disc, every drive from the media. That money is supposed to go into a film fund.
Thank you.
It's just sitting there. We have nowhere to access. You know, in fact, me nasema Gayani, I think we are smart to be able to compete with the rest of the world. With us doing everything by ourselves. We tupatiwe respect, you know.
Hallelujah.
That money is ours. Tuekewe film fund. Tumejaribu for the longest time. There's a time there was 300 million from youth fund. We went and sat. We came up with ideas of how to give money to these young people to make films. Kidogo wazee wanajuaji wakakam wakaidirel. Squeeze me uongea by the way. I don't really care because it needs to stop. I've been in the industry for 20 years. Kazi ya watu ni kukuja kukaa kwenda Naivasha talking about how they're going to help the youth.
It's a lie.
You know, it's a lie.
Shindwe.
So that money tupatiwe kama film fund. You know, we start.
Who's in charge of that fund? Because we'll find out.
But again,
is it film board?
You see,
is it the classification board? Is it who's in charge of that?
It's under the treasury. But with the treasury, there has to be. We don't even have a film. Our bill is not passed yet. We don't have a policy. So the treasury is dealing with us as who.
Okay.
So so there's so many things that has to pass for them now, for even MPs to go and say, listen, this money is supposed to be for these guys. It needs to be, you know. So there's a lot of things I need to do, but my wish list, that's what we need to start thinking about.
Okay. Now, blessing.
For me, I'll talk about acting. And I think that we need to rudisha arts in the curriculum za shule. You know, like I feel like when I was growing up, we were programmed into answering this question: what do you want to be when you grow up? And I want to be a doctor. I want to be a pilot. I want to be those things. Now that I'm a grown up, me no na madaktari wameshikilia placards kwa barabara. So that doesn't look like a cool life. And I feel like the youth need a channel to express themselves. As the generations are coming through. So if kids in lower primary and primary school can learn how to channel their talents into either art or music or whatever it is, we will get a better crop of actors in 10 years, in 20 years. Because if you think you'll become blessing, now unaanza acting after campus, I'm very sorry.
You're late.
I have 20 years on you.
So you have to start in school.
Yes, okay, because I think if you're artistic, you know that from a very young age. I'm sure you found out kitambo sana.
Mimi nilizaliwa kanaongea, bro.
So you knew from a very young age that mazee, as in maybe being a surgeon isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. You know. And I feel like most of those kids now who know genuinely, like I want to make things with my hands, I want to paint, I want to do, they don't have a channel in school. So they're stuck doing things they have no interest doing.
Imagine.
So if we can get a curriculum for people who are blessed with talent, that would be amazing.
Umesikia, tunataka kuna CRE, kuna physics, kuna creativity talent, kuna class. We need that. Nakumbuka kuna time wali ban art classes, wali delete music from the as in what nikwambie, kuna watu wengine wanafaa viboko. Hiyo tabia hatutaki. Na wewe kama kazi yako ni kukaa kwa board kukula, inaitwa padi hiyo kinyaunyo iko wapi?
Well, at least I kuna CBC, kuna dress,
chapa.
the arts.
Sheila. I'm going to give you 1 minute. What's on your wish list?
My wish list is we need to take the art seriously. I feel like especially the media, when it comes to sports, people who watu wenye wanajua sports, they report on sports. When it comes to politics, guys who've done political science, etc., they are the ones who report on politics. What about the arts and filmmaking? We need film critics. We need people who know exactly what they're talking about to represent us in the media, because the media travels. So for me, my thing is, if you're there, you're calling yourself a film reviewer, you're calling yourself a critic, all these things, you're a journalist, you're going to interview people, do your work, because you're the people who put us out there. Na mkikuja na shallowness, mkikuja mnataka drama, mnataka kuja sijui nani alivuka na manzi wa nani, haitusaidii. So tuendeni tusome about filamu na the lingo that people use out there, so that when we put Kenya out there, we really know what we're saying.
All right. That's how we end the show. That's how we end the conversation. That was Country Queen. Kama hujaingia Netflix watch series, usichukue flash disk, go gyalowe.